Well, hello, my dearest Thomas. It's been quite a while since our last disagreement, hasn't it? I mean that in the best possible way, of course.
Oh, well, hello yourself, Timothy, old chap. Always so dramatic, aren't you? No need to exaggerate. We just watched a film yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, and that was The Shawshank Redemption, one of the greatest films ever made. Well, what you have chosen for us tonight? Well, I fear it might be quite the opposite.
Oh, now, hold your horses, Timothy, dearest. You're always so pessimistic about everything, aren't you? Let's just get started with our review, eh?
Fine. But I warn you, Thomas, if you dare to say anything remotely positive about that, whatever it is we're supposed to be discussing tonight, I shall have no choice but to...
Oh, now, calm down, dearest Timothy. We're just here to share our thoughts on a simple animated adventure. Comedy film titled Flushed Away, released back in 2006, directed by Sam Fell and David Bowers, produced by Cecil Kramer, David Sproxton, and Peter Lloyd, and written by Dick Clement, Ian Frenais, Chris Lloyd, Joe Keenan, and Will Davies, starring the voices of an amazing cast including Hugh Jackman as the protagonist Roddy, a pet rat from the Upper East Side of Manhattan who finds himself in the sewer system of London after being mistakenly flushed by his careless owner, played by Kate Winslet. Now, Timothy, dearest, I must say that despite not usually being a big fan of animated adventure films, this one really did tickle my fancy. The colorful and vibrant world of the sewer system was brought to life with exceptional attention to detail, transporting me right into the heart of this whirlwind adventure. The voice acting was top-notch, particularly Hugh Jackman's portrayal of Roddy, who really captured my empathy as he navigates this bizarre and terrifying situation. The film also managed to balance action and humor perfectly, leaving me laughing out loud one moment and on the edge of my seat the next. However, Timothy, dearest, I can already see that you are not quite as enamored with Flushed Away as I am. Care to share your thoughts?
Thomas, dearest, I must say that I find it rather unfortunate that our tastes in films seem to be so drastically different. While I can appreciate the technical aspects you mentioned, such as the colorful and vibrant world of the sewer system, I found myself quite bored by the predictable plot and over-exaggerated slapstick humor. The storyline of a naive pet rat accidentally flushed down the toilet and ending up in the sewers is frankly far too formulaic for my taste. And as for the voice acting, while Hugh Jackman did an adequate job portraying Roddy, I found myself more drawn to the performances of the supporting cast members such as Ian McKellen, who brought a delightful touch of British charm to the role of the wise and cautious rat, and the hilarious antics of the flamboyant Australian voiced by the talented Mr. Kevin Spacey.
Well, Timothy, dearest, I can see that we'll have to agree to disagree on this one. For me, Flushed Away was a breath of fresh air in the animated adventure genre. It managed to combine humor and action with heartfelt moments of self-discovery and friendship, all set against the backdrop of an imaginative and visually stunning world. And while the story may have been borrowed from classic tale of the brave little something, I found it to be executed with wit and creativity. As for the voice acting, as I mentioned earlier, Hugh Jackman was fantastic as Roddy, but the supporting cast truly elevated the film. From the charming accents of Kate Winslet and Ian McKellen to the comedic genius of the late great Kevin Spacey, each performance added depth and charm to the already engaging story. So, Timothy, dearest, what do you think? Do you have any interesting behind-the-scenes tidbits or anecdotes to share with our viewers about Flushed Away?
Oh, dearest Thomas, I must confess that my knowledge of the behind-the-scenes trivia regarding Flushed Away is rather, well, shall we say, less than impressive. However, I did manage to dig up one interesting tidbit about the film's production. It turns out that during the recording session for one particularly intense action sequence involving a chase through the sewers, the voice actor playing the role of the villainous rat, voiced by the talented Mr. Aim, redacted, accidentally swallowed a large gulp of his refreshment, causing him to momentarily lose his voice mid-sentence. This unscripted mishap, rather than ruining the take, actually ended up adding a layer of authenticity and realism to the already thrilling scene. The director, impressed by the improvisation, reportedly decided to keep the blooper in the final cut, much to the delight of fans worldwide. So, Thomas, dearest, do you have any more juicy tidbits or anecdotes to share with our audience about the making of AM Flushed Away?
Oh, Timothy, dearest, I'm afraid my knowledge of the making of Flushed Away seems to have flushed itself down the proverbial toilet. As for the soundtrack, it was composed by the talented Mr. The score perfectly captures the film's whimsical yet suspenseful tone, seamlessly transitioning between moments of humor and danger. One of my personal favorite tracks from the soundtrack is Song Title, which plays during the climactic scene where Roddy and his unlikely allies must band together to save their underground home from certain destruction. The soaring strings and triumphant horns perfectly complement the daring rescue mission, elevating the already thrilling scenes to new heights of excitement. So, Timothy, dearest, what do you think about the soundtrack of Flushed Away? Do any particular tracks stand out to you?
Well, Thomas, dearest, as much as I enjoy our spirited discussions about music and soundtracks, we were talking about the actors and their characters in Flushed Away. And while I must admit that Hugh Jackman did a decent job voicing the protagonist Roddy, an Upper East Side pet rat accidentally flushed down the toilet into the sewer system of London, I found myself more drawn to the performance of Kevin Spacey as the wise and cautious rat, redacted. His distinctive Australian accent added a touch of humor to even the most tense situations. Additionally, Kate Winslet brought a refreshing layer of vulnerability and relatable humanity to her role as the naive and clumsy pet owner named Redacted, who unintentionally sets off this chaotic chain of events. The supporting cast members, including the always brilliant Ian McKellen as the wise and cautious rat, Redacted, and the hilarious comedic duo of AM Redacted and also delivered memorable performances that helped bring the colorful world of Flushed Away to life.
Well, Timothy, dearest, I must say that your assessment of the cast's performance is quite interesting. While I myself am more of a fan of Hugh Jackman's portrayal of Roddy, an unfortunate pet who finds himself in a most unfamiliar situation, I do agree that Kevin Spacey's Redacted and Kate Winslet's Redacted both bring depth and relatable humanity to their respective roles. The supporting cast, led by the talented Ian McKellen as Redacted, and the comedic duo of Redacted and Redacted, also deserves a shout-out for their memorable performances that helped elevate the film's already engaging storyline. Now, Timothy, dearest, let us turn our attention to the cultural impact of Flushed Away. As an animated adventure comedy, it managed to appeal to audiences of all ages and backgrounds, garnering significant box office success worldwide. The film's theme song, titled by the talented Mr. Redacted, which perfectly captured the movie's whimsical yet thrilling tone, became an instant classic, earning numerous awards and nominations along the way. Furthermore, the film's portrayal of the sewer system as a vibrant and colorful world filled with quirky characters and outlandish situations has reportedly sparked a renewed interest in urban exploration and waste management systems, leading to various educational initiatives aimed at promoting environmental awareness and appreciation for the often overlooked heroes of our modern society, the unsung heroes who keep our cities clean and functioning smoothly, much like, Roddy's journey from naive pet to unlikely hero. So, Timothy, dearest, what do you think about the cultural impact of Flushed Away? Do you believe that it has had any lasting influence on how we perceive sewer systems or waste management in general?
Well, Thomas, dearest, I must admit that while Flushed Away certainly had a significant cultural impact upon its release, much like a well-flushed toilet, its influence has, unfortunately, faded somewhat over time. While it did inspire a short-lived animated TV series of AIM, the same name, and even a spin-off video game, Flushed Away, the game neither of which managed to replicate the film's initial success. As for its impact on our perception of sewer systems and waste management, while it did spark some curiosity and interest in these often overlooked yet vital aspects of modern society, I would hesitate to call it a lasting change or a true cultural shift. However, that being said, there is one positive aspect of Flushed Away's cultural impact that cannot be flushed away so easily. Its ability to bring families and people from all walks of life together for a shared cinematic experience. The film's charming blend of humor, adventure, and heartwarming moments of self-discovery and friendship resonated with audiences young and old alike, creating a sense of unity and camaraderie around a common love for animated animals and their zany antics. While Flushed Away may not have revolutionized how we perceive sewer systems or waste management in general, it did leave its mark on the world of animation and family-friendly entertainment. And isn't that what really counts? So, Thomas, dearest, do you think I am being too harsh or too generous in my assessment of Flushed Away's cultural impact?
Well, Timothy, dearest, I must say that we've certainly had quite an flushing discussion about the 2006 animated adventure comedy film Flushed Away. While our opinions on the film's quality and cultural impact may differ somewhat, there's no denying that it managed to entertain audiences worldwide with its charming blend of humor, action, and heartwarming moments of self-discovery and friendship. Looking back on our conversation, one thing becomes clear. While we may not always agree on the finer points of filmmaking, our shared love for cinema and animated adventures will surely keep us coming back for more disagreements and spirited debates in the future. So, dear viewers, what did you think about Flushed Away? Do you agree with Timothy's lowly rating of 2 out of 10 stars? Or do you share my more favorable score of 8 out of 10? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more entertaining movie reviews and discussions with your favorite digital duo, Timothy and Thomas, the two old redacted who just can't seem to agree on anything, but that's what makes their banter so delightfully entertaining. So, until next time, farewell, and remember to flush twice, especially after watching Flushed Away.